What happens when the tough Hollywood star known for fearless roles faces the hardest battles in real life? Robert Conrad was a man many admired for his rugged charm and action-packed performances. But behind the scenes, his life was full of struggles, a secret sanctuary lost to time, a complex family life with 8 children, a tragic accident that changed everything, and a fortune that tells only part of his story. Today, we uncover the truth behind Robert Conrad's abandoned house, his devoted family, his tragic death, and the net worth he left behind. Stay with us to learn the untold story of a Hollywood legend who was so much more than what the cameras showed. Robert Conrad was a name synonymous with classic American television. Best known for his starring role in the Wild Wild West, Conrad built a career on being the ultimate tough guy, fearless, bold, and always ready for action. But as fans and the media watched his larger-than-life persona on screen, few really knew the man behind the scenes. Despite decades of fame, Conrad's private life was filled with ups and downs, moments of happiness and heartbreaking challenges. From his two marriages and 8 children to a secluded life away from Hollywood, and finally, a tragic accident that altered the course of his later years, Conrad's story is one of resilience and complexity. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the man behind the roles, his family, his abandoned homes, the accident that changed everything, and the legacy he left behind. Let's begin. Born in 1935, Robert Conrad grew up with a tough, athletic spirit. As a young man, he was passionate about football, but also had a surprising love for singing. Performing in his school choir, his teammates often teased him for this softer side, sometimes roughing him up when they thought he wasn't paying attention. But Conrad had his own way of dealing with the bullying. He made sure to come back stronger, hitting back just a little harder during practice. This toughness, combined with his charm, helped launch his career in Hollywood. Conrad soon became famous for portraying bold, fearless characters. His most iconic role was in the Wild Wild West, where he played secret agent James West, a character as rugged and daring as Conrad himself, but those who truly knew him saw a different man. Someone fiercely loyal, deeply kind, and protective of those he cared about. Beneath the tough exterior was a man who lived by a code. Respect was everything. Treat him right, and he would go to great lengths for you. Robert Conrad's private life was as layered as his characters. He was married twice and fathered 8 children, 5 from his first marriage to Joan Kenley and 3 from his second marriage to Lavella Fan. His relationship with Lavella was controversial due to their significant age difference. They met in 1978, when Conrad was 43 and Lavella only 17. Their romance blossomed despite the scrutiny, and they married 5 years later, moving to the quiet town of Bear Valley, California. This small mountain town became a refuge for the couple. Away from the flashing cameras and Hollywood noise, Conrad was a strict and old-school father. He expected discipline and hard work from his children. Sons learned to iron and sew, daughters were taken to the gym regularly, and rules about dating and school performance were firmly enforced. Yet, beneath this discipline was a deep love and commitment to raising his children well. His children often spent time on set with him, experiencing Hollywood firsthand. Some followed in his footsteps, acting and producing alongside him, especially in family-centered projects like High Mountain Rangers, a show Conrad pushed for to include his kids. While Conrad's Malibu home was luxurious and coastal, his Bear Valley property was the true sanctuary. A remote cabin nestled on 100 acres of rugged California wilderness. This was where Conrad could finally escape the pressures of fame. The Bear Valley retreat was simple and isolated. No television, no phone, no distractions from the outside world. It was a place where he could reconnect with nature and be alone with his thoughts. For a man constantly in the spotlight, this home represented freedom and peace. Over time, this house became symbolic, a quiet reminder of Conrad's desire to retreat from the chaos of Hollywood, a place of solitude that, after his passing, fell into abandonment. The stories surrounding this secluded property paint a picture of a man who craved privacy and authenticity above all. In 2003, tragedy struck. At the age of 73, Robert Conrad was involved in a serious car accident on Highway 4 in California. Driving under the influence, with a blood alcohol level nearly 3 times the legal limit, Conrad crossed the center line and collided head-on with another vehicle driven by Kevin Allen Burnett. The accident left Conrad with severe injuries, head trauma, partial paralysis, and loss of significant function in his left arm. He was confined to a wheelchair for much of his recovery and had to rely on a cane for support. The emotional and physical toll was immense, leading to depression and a retreat from acting. The other driver, Burnett, suffered devastating injuries as well. Multiple fractures, chronic pain, and lasting mobility issues. Though he eventually regained the ability to walk, Burnett's health steadily declined, and he passed away years later. His family believed the accident contributed to his death and pursued a civil lawsuit, which was settled out of court. Legally, Conrad pleaded guilty to DUI charges and served 6 months of house arrest with probation. Though he was released early, the incident marked a significant and painful turning point in his life. After the accident, Robert Conrad's life was never quite the same. The combination of his injuries, memory loss, and speech difficulties limited his acting roles and slowed his once vibrant lifestyle. In February 2020, at age 84, Conrad passed away from heart failure at his Malibu home. His death marked the end of an era for fans and family alike. His ex-wife Lavella Fan honored his memory with a touching tribute, sharing photos from their life together and reflecting on the strength and lessons he left behind. His children remember him as a strict but loving father and a man of great courage. Robert Conrad's story is one of contrasts. The tough Hollywood icon versus the private man. The loving father versus the troubled soul. The successful actor versus the man battling injury and tragedy. His abandoned Bear Valley retreat stands as a metaphor for a life lived in the spotlight, but longing for peace. Despite everything, Conrad left behind a lasting legacy, not just in film and television, but through his family and charitable work. His story reminds us that behind every legend lies a complex human being, shaped by triumphs and struggles alike.